Hi, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm going to talk about my media journal. I'm in the N1 full year common planner and I'll be setting up the January overview and talking a little bit about how I'm going to use the week and the overview so that they correlate well together. I am going to be using stickers that I printed myself. I do have the rights to these stickers, so if anybody wants to use the artwork, let me know and I'll drop them somewhere where you can access them. This one is a wintry green kind of natural looking kit. I've got some pine cones, some food items and some cozy feeling stickers going on. I'm going to get these down on the month and I'm also going to use them on the corresponding January weeks. To talk about how I'm going to use this, I've actually done an example in a different planner. This one is the Hobonichi Weeks. It is smaller. I used this for 2025 and decided I need a little bit more room for 2026, so that's why I've switched over into this slightly bigger one. As you can see, it looks a little bit confusing, but once you know the system, it's quite simple to pick out the information. So I use a key. I have one colour for series, one colour for books, and one colour for films, and I number each one as I go along. If I start, for example, a new series on the 2nd, and for this example I've used Stranger Things season 1, and I watch it all the way through until the 6th but don't finish it, then I just draw a line up to the end of the 6th and then carry it on here for 2 days and then end the season with a dot. So I cap it off with a dot and I know then I've finished it. And it's the same for each one. So I start a book on the 2nd, finish it on the 4th and cap it off. And if I watch a film on the 4th as well, and I just watch it on that day and then cap it off. This is how I mark each one as I go along. So each one gets a different number. The first series I watch, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, etc. And then just write in the side with the corresponding number which series or film or book. And then in the bottom, at the end of the month, I'll just write how many series I watched, how many films I watched, and how many books I read. And I can come back and it'll all be one snapshot, not too complicating, and I'll be able to see all the data from the month there. For the weekly section, because I like to review everything that I consume, I will write down what I've watched. So for example, if I watch 2 episodes of Stranger Things season 1, I'll put Stranger Things season 1 episode 1 and 2, and then underneath I'll just do a star rating for those episodes that I've watched. I might include any quotes, thoughts, ideas on this side because you do get a whole blank page. And then when I come to reviewing the whole thing, when I've finished watching it, I'll be able to go back, look through and say, okay, well, these episodes were good, those episodes were rubbish, this was okay, I liked this quote and that quote, and it'll just help me give it an overall star rating. I am going to go ahead and get some of these stickers down on January. Like I said, I'll be using these stickers on the washi paper. I just fussy cut around them. And the best thing about this is you can literally place the sticker where you want it, and because it's on a clear background you can see if it fits. I'll go ahead and figure out what I'm doing where and then show you all afterwards. Okay, so I'm happy with the decorative elements on here. I'm not going to fill it right up. I do want space to put some data in, and I want this sidebar to write down all my series and films. I have covered up some of the squares for the days in the monthlies, but I do think I'll be able to work around them, and I just like the way it looks. I just like to fill it up a little bit. If there are any gaps, then I'll go back in and add extra elements once I've filled in the month, but for now I'll leave it like this and see how we go. And for the weekly, I want to use the same kit. So the first week, I'm just going to stick down a fairly big element there. So I'm going to go with this fireplace. And drop that in there. I'll also pop in some smaller elements just so it makes it a little bit more cohesive with the corresponding month page. So pop these in like so, and a pine cone I think as well down here. And I think for now I will leave it like this. I will probably add more elements, but it depends what I consume and how much I want to write about it. I do have space in the back because you do get quite a lot of blank pages where I will write full reviews if I feel the need. If something's like a 4 or a 5 star, I'll go in the back and do a full review. If it's just say mediocre, 2 star, 2.5 star, then I'm not going to bother. If it's anything less than that, I'm not going to bother either. I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'll just drop the larger element on the page for the January week, and then I'll come back and do the smaller elements later on. So let's get that done. Okay, so I did go ahead and put some decorative stickers on the January pages. I stopped on the page that reveals February 1st because I think I want to start the next month's decorative sticker kit on the day that it drops the 1st. So for March, I will, again, I'll decorate February up to this page because March the 1st is here. That way I know where I'm at. There should be an even amount of pages for each kit as well, so it won't be like lots of pages for one kit and then a small amount of pages for another kit. It should be pretty even. I'm pleased with how these turned out. I'm happy with how it looks so far. I will print off some more smaller elements because I know once I've put the writing in, there is going to be room for smaller elements. And then when I come back in and show you a filled in week, I'll be able to show you what I've done with the page or what I'm planning to do with the page once it's filled in. Hopefully this all makes sense. I'm not feeling quite well today, so my brain's not computing very well. Hopefully this makes sense. And again on the monthly, where's it gone? I'll be using a system like this for this page. I know it's short, but I just wanted to get set up and get ready for the new year. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.